Hey everybody, this is Janine with Close to My Heart, and I'm really excited to take just a few minutes today to talk to you about the brand new stamp pad design from Close to My Heart. It's this one. I'm going to put this away for a minute, but I'm just kind of doing like a purples of the past, and I want to show you where our stamp pads have come from so that you really appreciate where we are now. So let me set that one aside and show you some of the stamp pads that we've had in the past. These are ones from just forever ago, like 20, 25 years ago. I don't even know. Special thanks to my friend Erin McGinnis, who actually still had some of these so that I could show you. So these are standard stamp pads. You'll still sometimes see these in stores or whatever. They do have a raised surface. The lid is attached. Pretty basic, and it is kind of fun to see the old logo. That does make my heart kind of happy because I've been doing this since 1996, so I'm an old timer in this. This is the stamp pad we've had for a long time, and this is the one we had up until just a couple of months ago. So you're going to see these little pop-ups on here. This was to help them stack so that we could put these on top of each other because they would fit in the groove. So that was kind of a nice feature because you could stack these and they wouldn't slip and slide everywhere. The other thing was we didn't have a pad lid that opened this way like we had before. This one actually locked. So listen, you can hear that kind of click and unclick, and it's because it locked, which made it nice for little fingers. Kids couldn't get into it quite as easily. So we would open it this way, and then we could actually get rid of the lid because it slid underneath. So that was really kind of a cool thing. Here was the one downfall. The one challenge I had is people that had trouble with their grip strength. Sometimes I'd have customers that would just go, Janine, I can't open it. Can you just open my stamp pad for me? And so that was the only drawback that I saw with that stamp pad. So let's enter in the new stamp pad design from Close to My Heart. It kind of addresses any challenge there ever is, and it's literally the perfect stamp pad. So I'm really excited to show this to you so that you can start getting some of these for yourself. The first thing that I'm going to show you is the case is larger. So let's do a comparison with the old and the new. I've just got this right on top of it. You can see that it's a little bit wider this way, and it's significantly longer. So the finished size of this, which will be helpful for you if you're looking at the storage space you already have to see if it'll fit, it's about 3 3/8 by 4 7/8. So it's just under 5 inches long, okay? So it is a little bit larger. The second thing that I want to show you is the lid. So the lid actually comes right off. So we don't have a lid in the way, we don't have something that we're, trying to fold underneath. It just comes off. So that's kind of a nice thing too. Here's what's the cool thing about this. This is actually magnetic, okay? This has a magnetic closure. So let me just show you. If this is setting down and I want to lift this up, you can see that it doesn't take much because it's got a really strong magnet on it, but not strong enough that anyone would have a hard time taking the lid off. So that is huge because it is just lined with those magnets. So that's really awesome. Here's another thing that's cool about this. I can take this apart, but since it is magnet, I can still have it side by side like an open stamp pad. And if you look at the surface of this, it's perfect to use as a palette. So I can actually take a re-inker. Let me just put a drop of re-inker on here, which is designed for if this starts to dry out, I can just add some re-inker on it. But we can use this as a palette, and we can take a paintbrush, and I can use this as a surface palette in coloring and painting, which is awesome. You can do the same thing with one of our water brushes. So you just unscrew this, put water in here, and then squeeze it, and you can use this as a watercolor pen. But you can do that all from the same surface of your stamp pad. You don't have to pull out a separate dish or tray or anything else. So that is really, really cool, okay? The next thing that I want to show you outside of that, first let me just show you that this will just wipe right off. So we can just take a paper towel, a baby wipe or something would wash that off a little bit easier, but that just wipes right off. The next thing I want to show you is the surface. So it is still raised, which is important because when we're stamping, we can stamp this way. This is one of our beautiful exclusive clear stamps. That's all that we have. And we can ink it up this way, or if you have a really large stamp, you can actually just turn this over and ink it up this way, which sometimes gives you a little bit more coverage. So that raised design is still really important, okay? Now let's look at the stamp pad surface as far as actually how much room that we have to stamp with. So I'm gonna open up our old pad and put it side by side with the new one so you can see this. Now you can see the width of the actual stamp surface is pretty much the same, but if you look at how long it is, see how we've got about an extra ½ inch of room for stamping. So you've got even a little bit more real estate when you're stamping with those larger stamps. So that's a good thing to note as well, okay? The next thing that I want to show you is the old design had those little grooves so that they were stackable. Well, guess what? These are still stackable because they are magnetic. So let me take another stamp pad and show you. See how that just wants to stick together? So you can put stamp pads on top of each other and stack them, and it makes it really easy to transport them. Again, because it is magnetic, which is really cool. So here's something else that I wanted to show you as far as storage goes. If you don't already have a storage, something to store your stamp pads with, we do have something called Workspace Wonders coming out later this month, but so be watching for that. But for now, let me just pull this over. This is actually a container that we have. It's a medium organizer. Let me just kind of zoom out here a little bit so you can see this. I've taken the dividers out so that I can show you a little bit about what this does, okay? So these all have removable dividers that come in and out. So we can take this out, and when we put our stamp pads in here, I'm just going to show you, I can actually fit a total of 6 stamp pads in one section. So if I put in all of these dividers, and these are just plastic dividers, they are removable, I can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections. So 6 times 8 is 48. You can actually fit every single one of our stamp pads in one medium organizer. This fits perfectly. Now with the other size that was a little bit shorter, we could actually put our finger in there and pull it out, and we don't really have that much space anymore, but don't worry about that, because since the dividers are removable, I can take half a second to pull this out and then still remove my stamp pads from the container. So just know that that is an option as well for your storage. If you're wondering, do these still fit in my medium organizer? Guess what? They do. Now, if you're interested in ordering these, let me just show you exactly where these are. I'm just going to pull my iPad over and show you. If you go to my website at janine.closetomyheart.com, click on the word shop, and you're going to see a list of all the different things that we can purchase. If you click on inks and coloring, the first thing you see is this exclusive inks stamp pad. So when I click on that, it'll bring up a list of every single color that we have. Just click on the color that you want, and you can add it to your cart on the next screen right here. The other thing that's cool about this, though, is that it will show you every single color of stamp pad that we have right here, so you don't really have to dig too much. So if you know what, I want a good pink, I want a good green, let's get a black, you can look at this page right here and look at the colors and say, I want a light pink, I think I like this one. Click on that color, it'll bring it up, and you can add that one to your cart right there as well. You can also just click on this search button up here and do a search if you know the specific color name, and go that way. But this is a really easy way to do it. So if you guys don't already have one of the new Close to My Heart stamp pads, I would encourage you to at least get one. I'm going to get them all because this is literally the best stamp pad we've ever had, and the best one I've seen on the market. So go check it out, and thanks for watching the video.